Hi, this is Aaron at ThinkBotLabs.com and welcome back to our second tutorial. In our last video, we found a hosting provider and a domain that best fit our needs. Today we'll be picking up on our web development tutorial and working on finding an HTML template and having a look at our provided website. Just like hosting providers, there are many places you can find HTML templates. Just do a Google search for HTML templates. Once you get comfortable enough with CSS and HTML, you may want to create one yourself. One of the places I like to use is themeforest.net. They have a huge selection of templates for all different types of platforms. In the navigation, choose HTML. You can filter through categories and prices and ratings until you find the one that you like. There's an option for a live preview. Look through them. I like finding one that has a common theme or colors, buttons, or features, something that I was kind of looking for when I had the idea to create a website in the first place. I found one earlier that I wanted to use for this tutorial. It's called Chemistry Responsive. We can have a preview of it. Had 4 different versions of the homepage. I like the first one. Had some additional features. A blog setup, portfolio, shop, and a contact us. It looks pretty fluid. Okay, and once you've found the template that you like, go ahead and purchase it and download it to your desktop or your documents, wherever you'd like. Once you download it, go ahead and extract the zipped folder. And in mine, it's in the HTML folder within the zip. These are all the files that we'll be adding to our website. I'm going to do some cleanup on these for the ones that we will not be using. I know that I want a home page, an about page, and a contact page. I'm going to go ahead and delete some of these. You can always go back to your zipped folder and pull these back down if needed. Okay, so I have my index, contact, about, and I'm going to go ahead and keep the 404. We'll use that later. Okay, we also have 4 other folders that include our style sheets, fonts, some images, and JavaScript. Before we upload our files and folders to the website, let's log in and have a look to see what we start out with. I'm going to use Visual Studios to do all of our editing. File, open, website. Make sure it's a FTP site. Enter the name of your server. Port 21, which is standard FTP protocol. Our target directory, which we created earlier. Uncheck anonymous login and enter our secure FTP credentials that we created in the last video. In the Solution Explorer, which on mine it's on the right hand side, if you don't see it, go to View, Solution Explorer. This is where all the contents of your website is listed. We have one file by default called the web.config. This contains all the security rules and how your site will function. I'll put some links in the description so you can read more about the web.config. In our web config, under System Web Server, we see that we have a default document which is enabled. This tells the server that when a visitor lands on one of our pages, by default it'll serve up the first one. And here we have index.php. On ours, we're only going to be using default.aspx. So let's go ahead and clear all this out. And then save that off. Let's go ahead and create that default ASPX page as a placeholder. Right click on the domain, add, and then Add New. On the left hand side, make sure you select Visual C#. This is what coding language we will be using. And then select Web Form. You can see that its naming convention is already default Aspx, which matches our default document. Click Add. This is a basic ASP HTML page. At the top you have your page directives, which includes what coding language you're going to be using, what doc type we're going to be using, HTML, the head, the body, and then the entire HTML document. The head is where we will call our style sheets, JavaScript files, and include other metadata that tells the page how it will be rendered. The body is where we're going to carve out what is actually going to be on the page. Let's go ahead and add a simple hello world. In the body, in this div, okay, let's save that. Now you should be able to go to your domain in the browser. The domain we're using is face4dev.com, and we see our hello world. Before we start adding files to our site, let's add a robot.txt. Robot.txt is a text file that you can add to the root of a website that tells search engines what is and what is not available for indexing. We're going to use this first one right here. User agent asterisk disallow root. This says that all search engines are not allowed to index our website at all. We can modify this or completely remove it once the site is done. I like to set this up first so that I can develop on pages without worrying about my development work being searchable on the internet. Go back to Visual Studios, and then on the root of the domain, right click, Add New Item, and then a text file, and name it robots.txt. Add, and then paste that in there. Again, this is all user agents, all search engines are not allowed to index my website. Click Save. This video is running a bit long, so I'll go ahead and wrap it up. In the next video, we'll be adding our HTML files to the website and begin creating our master page. Till then.